Well, the iconic number 10 is traditionally reserved for the team's playmaker or undisputed star. It's a number that was made legendary by Pele. The player wearing it doesn't just play, they really pull the strings, they dictate the tempo, and they are just the backbone of every team's success. Benny, you wore the number 10, didn't you, plenty of times? Does there come extra pressure with wearing that number for a football team?
The jersey's heavy.
Is it?
The jersey's heavy, yeah. You got to have the right personality to wear it, for sure. I mean, the 10s that we showed over there aren't even the 10s that I was used to watching, right? Jude Bellingham, to me, is an 8, right? He wears the 10, though, and then Mbappe's a 9, even though he wears a 10. But, yeah, I think you got to have a little personality to wear it, for sure.
Yeah. What did you wear, Grell? 13?
10 or 13?
13, okay. Troy, what was yours?
9. Obviously.
9, yeah. And Nigel?
I'm not in that conversation. Let's keep it going, because I know you're going to try and come for me.
What'd you wear? Number 2?
3.
Head the ball? Give it to someone who knows how to play?
Who's he talking to?
Tackle it and give it to someone?
I know he's not talking to me.
I don't
Could have been
know.
both. It could have been both.
I'm talking to her.
Hold on, he's come back to life because somebody threw a jab at him. Okay, so we asked our friends at Sofascore for the top 10 performances by a number 10 at a World Cup. There's only a handful that have had a perfect score. This is a look at 14 through 11 that we're going to show you, and there's some big names on there, including Grella, one of your icons, Diego Armando Maradona.
Yeah, he's the world's icon, right? He's in the argument of the best player that we've ever seen, Diego Maradona. And then Gianni Rivera, by the way, I've never really watched him play, but my uncle's always like, oh, this guy Gianni Rivera was the guy. So not surprised to see him up there. And obviously Platini was also a Juventus legend.
And the only World Cup performance rated above 9.5 this century was Eden Hazard, who had 9.6 against Tunisia back in 2018. He was the one player that we really wanted to highlight as well, Nige, because yes, okay, you can say maybe the opponent had something to do with it, but what he was able to do was pretty special.
Yeah, I mean, that was when he was really at the height of his career, the top form there, where it was undeniable that he was one of the best players in the world at that moment in time there. Definitely one of the old school style number 10s in what he can do, and he could really dictate the tempo of the game by affecting the game from an attacking standpoint and creating things, and you just couldn't stop him. His ability on the ball, when he gets the ball and how he dribbled and drive and attack space was just something to be amazed about at that period of time.
Yeah, played against him when he was at Chelsea at that point, and just sometimes you play against players and you just, they're just too good. I'm just not at that level, and again, he was one of them. You know, Kevin De Bruyne and
what
David
did he do, by the way, that was so good that really?
He was so sharp, but also just the control that he had. So he's probably Nigel's height. I'm just thinking who's the smallest out of us. Probably Nigel's height. A little bit taller, yeah. He can get it. Also, he gets it here with the man on it, rolls out and he's gone. Yeah. In two touches of the ball, he's 5 yards away from you. You're like, where did that come from? Strong, can score, go past you with both feet. The only player I see kind of close to him at the moment is Ryan Shirky. He's the type of guy as well. Makes so many mistakes, like, because he's trying to do the right thing. Don't worry, give me again. Don't worry, give me again. You see so many players nowadays with their pass percentages, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. These guys are just geniuses who are trying to experiment on the pitch.
That's why the 10s never get perfect scores. They're always making mistakes because they try stuff.
Absolutely.
But you got to have the cojones to do it. I hope we can say that on TV.
Yeah. Don't worry, made a career out of it, you'll be fine.
I think as well that Eden Hazard as well, when you think of the players that have had the best scores, it's not easy, is it, to get ranked the highest on Sofascore. Let's have a look at some of the others then, because we mentioned Maradona was also on there. Who else do we like from the list?
These are all where Nigel played, so.
Any?
Probably for me, it's just still Maradona. He was different. I mean, I wasn't there to witness some of these other players, but when you talk about just legendary number 10s, I think it's hard to look beyond Maradona, what he did and what he could do. Like, just fantastic.
He only got 9.8 against England in that quarterfinal in 1986.
He got docked for a handball. So.
Did he though?
Hand of God.
I think that was celebrated. Surprised it wasn't celebrated by Sofascore as well. I think, Grell, you talk about him so much. It's just almost like Lamine Yamal. We talk about the flair and the personality. Is that really what he had?
Yeah, I think it's I think it's important that when you rate players, because it's very easy to disregard what he did, because when you look at the numbers of Ronaldo and Messi and all these new guys and what they're doing, and it's fantastic. I think you have to judge players by one metric. How do they make you feel when you watch them play? And people would pay big money to watch him play because he scored different types of goals. He scored with his right, left, headers. Never went down, never flopped, got kicked. I mean, they kicked him like crazy. In Italy...
He never went down?
Never went down. Never went down. Go and watch the clips. He's getting ragdolled all over the field, and he finds a way to get up and go by guys. I mean, he's one of the most exciting players to watch. In Italy, there's a north-south battle. All the north has the money, the big teams, Juventus, Milan, Inter, right? He goes to the south, goes to Naples, one part of his career, and puts them on the board, makes them famous, wins a Scudetto with them, and really, I think, challenged himself in ways that the superstars of today would have never done that. And just an interesting guy. Obviously, we know about him off the field as well. Unbelievable character.
It's also about the physicality that Grella says about back in that generation of footballers. People don't understand. When Grella says kicking him, it's beyond kicking him. It's literally leg-breaking tackles where he could have broken his leg and he still rid it. Different generation, but he was, like you said, he was special. You just edge of your seat, and it's not something that these players like Maradona is. They're not coached. They're just a gift to the game of football, of how they see the game and how they play the game. And when you talk about players that used to carry a team, that was him.
Yeah.
Carry 10 other players on your back, be that one guy. That was what he did.
Carry a nation as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody in the comments I'm hearing just said if he played today, he'd be worth $1 billion to try and have on your team. How much would he be worth, Benny?
I don't know what he'd be worth, but to me, there's only one player that really compares with him ever in history, and it's Messi, right? When Messi was younger, I know he's 38 and we're watching him in MLS these days, but when he was younger, he didn't go down. He would fight through tackles, he would stay on top of it, and he would continue to go for it in a very similar way. And maybe it's because he grew up maybe watching him to some degree or heard it from, family, and he wanted to kind of emulate his game after him, but he's the closest comparison. I think Messi has, even leveled up beyond Maradona to some degree, but it's really hard to compare because Messi has never been kicked the way Maradona has. And it's just it's always different generationally.
Do you agree to that?
No,
Messi's been kicked quite.
Not to this level.
Yeah.
I always find it difficult. It's like the NBA, right? It's the LeBron or the Jordan. It's really difficult. We talk about different generations.
He would be the Jordan for me.
But I'm saying it's different generations, isn't it, right? Because you can say, he's great.
So he'd be the GOAT.
For me,
for most people, he would be. But again, now the younger generation, like we didn't watch this guy play. Some of us were just being bored. Some of us were already at school. But the rest of us were just trying, we hear it all secondhand.
Yes.
We only see and live through Messi. It goes back to your point. What did that player make you feel when you saw that moment, when Messi won the World Cup? Everybody, a football fan, was like, that's great for him, and it made you feel good.
I think Pele is another excellent example of that, isn't he? Because not many of us were able to watch him play, but in the top 5, he is not actually listed, which is crazy, isn't it? But this
Jeff Hurst as well. I just
had to throw an English guy in there.
Do you remember Jeff Hurst?
This one here, okay. Zico's in it and Pele's not in. I think that for me is a weird one. It's a bit crazy that Pele's not in it.
Is he the biggest snub?
In my opinion. You'd have to say so, yeah. I mean, he's the only player in history of the game to have won 3 World Cups. He's got 3 World Cups to his name.
What does Sofascore know? They weren't even around back then.
3 World Cups in his name.
What are they doing, this retroactively?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Again, it's about it. And the thing about the Pele thing that makes me... It really irks me a bit is people talk about... I don't know. Do you think that they show Pele enough respect?
No. How does that not get you perfect game? 1 goal, 2 assists. In the
final against Italy. But he doesn't get there. And again, when people say about Pele, again, it's a generation thing that these guys touched on. Back to appreciate Pele, you had to go and watch it. Or even if you're fortunate to watch some of the clips. We talked about it earlier, Benny, about how people go on so much about some of these skills that players are doing. Pele was doing it back then. Before social media, before really people started to watch football on television. He was doing a lot of these skills that these modern players are doing now, but didn't really get the credit for what he did and how evolutional he was to the game of football. Evolutional. Don't look at me like that.
It is true, isn't it? Because I think in future generations, they're going to be able to watch back and see clips of Messi and see clips of Lamine Yamal. You can't really do that as much, obviously, with Pele, but what an absolute legend